Why would you not want a crop that used 50% less water? Why would you not want a mosquito that doesn't trigger malaria? Why would you not want to get rid of lung cancer? Why would you not want to do those things? But they come with risks. So how do you decide?
Genome editing is the process of modifying a living organism's DNA to produce favourable characteristics or remove unwanted ones. A powerful and affordable new tool for precise gene editing, called CRISPR, has opened the field of research, from curing an array of genetic diseases, lessening the need for environmentally harmful chemical pesticides, removing invasive species from particular regions, or altering the appearance of future generations. CRISPR technology can be applied in a variety of ways with far-reaching consequences.
We scientists in the lab, we have the power to build the technology, and we don't know enough about the world to decide whether it's a good idea on our own. So right now, we need to ensure that communities have a chance to weigh in because they're the ones who will have to live with the consequences.
L'édition du génome est aujourd'hui une réalité dans nos assiettes, dans l'élevage animal, dans certains essais cliniques pour la santé. Donc il y a une vraie urgence à discuter de ce que nous voulons et pas seulement ce que nous pouvons.
This technology will eventually affect all of our lives, so we need to all get involved. It's not 5 years away, it's not 10 years away, it's here now.
Now we've learned to go in and make precise changes in the code of life to reshape organisms around us. If we release these organisms into the environment, that is what we call an eco-technology, the use of edited organisms to change the way an ecosystem behaves. The challenge is that it's fundamentally different from a medicine. If my lab develops a medicine and your doctor recommends it, you can say no. But if we develop an eco-technology to change your environment, even if your community votes on it, but you get outvoted, you're going to be affected anyway. You don't get to opt out.
I think most of the public aren't even aware of genome editing. So how do we bring the science and what the scientists know and the people together to discuss these issues in ways that are meaningful and empowering for everybody? The key question is, do we think genome editing should proceed? And if so, under what conditions? And that's what my team and I are working on at the moment throughout the world. We want to take this issue to the people and do it in such a way that engages people of every culture, every background, and bring them together to discuss these issues and to think about these issues and hopefully come up with a set of recommendations that will help inform the scientists.
L'autre aspect qui est fondamental, c'est d'arriver à conjuguer les cultures classiquement occidentales, centrées sur l'individu, avec d'autres cultures, par exemple les cultures africaines de l'Ubuntu. Je suis parce que tu es. Les cultures asiatiques qui conçoivent le collectif avant de concevoir l'individu. Et donc, c'est de cette inclusion et de cette prise en considération globale que peut naître une bonne utilisation à une échelle mondiale de ces techniques.
In my experience, it's not the community that struggles to engage. It's the scientists. We're terrified of sharing our brilliant new idea and having one of our colleagues go out there, throw more people and money at the problem, publish it, and get all the credit. If we create a registry where researchers can describe their plans and which communities they're planning to work with and will listen to, we have a chance to change the whole model of science to a model that is transparent and inclusive and invites suggestions at the stage when it could actually make a difference.
Une des questions fondamentales, c'est qui garde l'autorité? Qui peut prendre des initiatives et qui peut porter ces initiatives plus loin que l'échelle locale? C'est forcément soit des gouvernements, soit des structures intergouvernementales. Et de ce point de vue, Des structures comme l'UNESCO et l'OMS ont très tôt publié des rapports, organisé des discussions publiques et quand certaines dérives ont pu apparaître, pris le leadership pour établir des guides de gouvernance.
We need science to sustain our civilization, to continue lifting people from poverty and protecting the environment. And I don't see a way of doing that other than inviting folks who are not scientists to weigh in on what we are thinking of doing before we actually try it.
Let's get public engagement happening now so people feel informed and literate and inspired by what this technology can do.
Et ce qu'on cherche, c'est pas avoir tous la même idée, tous la même opinion, mais être tous d'accord de vivre ensemble d'une certaine façon. L'enjeu, il est l'enjeu du monde de demain que nous sommes en train de construire, avec la capacité d'utiliser cette technologie pour le meilleur et d'éviter le pire.